Alright, looks like I am back online. Uh-oh. What? Refresh. Okay, that's better. That's what I was looking for. Just making sure that that was actually live right now. Okay. I had to run out to the store for a minute, but I am back, and let's see if I can get the save load system finished and what complications I run into. Alright, so first off, let's see where I left off. Do we have any errors? Is it working? Right now we know that the save is working. It's able to generate the file and it produces the data inside that I was expecting it to produce. I did not check to see if it actually saved. Oh, we got several trucks over this way. All right. I need to knock off the freight. What are you doing over there? Whoa. Oh, I got flipped upside down. No, go this way. Okay, I got one off, got two. There's another one over there. Can I surf on this one? Ooh, there's a challenging new skill. Can you actually surf on the other rides? Come on, got another one and another one. All right, that's good enough for now. I'll take that one. There. Well, that's interesting. Another thing is when these come up behind you and you start changing your gravity based on them, then you can also fling yourself in different directions. All right. Well, let's sell this one. Okay, it went away. No exceptions. That's good. Now stop. No. Oh, I got errors. All right, index was out of range. Why was the index out of range? This was used, which indicates that the object has already been removed. And what's firing this one? This is from the destruction. So during the destroy, okay, wait a second. So on destroy, we remove it from the freight system. So why is the freight system failing this? Okay, there's 2 points where it actually removes the freight. So we've got freight system.remove. Let's go to F12. I need to see that one and then find the 2 usages of it. So the first one is set to follow racer. The second one is on destroy. So let's go to here. On this one, set to follow the racer, we remove it. We remove it on destroy. It never gets removed when I don't see anything removing it during the drop-off system. So the drop-off system, we got a drop-off point. Drop-offs. I need the actual drop-off item. So that's this one at 12. This one takes it in. We got the game object. It destroys it. During the destruction, that should be calling the same remove function. Okay, so we destroy the target. The target, remind me, is the freight. Okay, target is freight. That should be getting destroyed properly. So within this system, we have remove the used index, removed the freight, and then finally, during the destruction, we're calling to remove them. Is there some other state that they get removed from? Oh, I asked them to get removed, but some of them still exist on the back of trucks that have never been sent in. That means that they don't have an ID. Okay, so let's go back to the freight system. The individual freight that's going to call its own destruction. So on destroy freight remove system index, and we're going to say if freight system index equals -1, and return. That should resolve that. If it's not attached to anything, it shouldn't have an ID. Now, play. Play. All right, now if I stop, I shouldn't get any exceptions. It was clean. Okay, that's exactly what I was looking for. All right, now inside of this one we have credit. No, I just want to see the JSON that's getting in here. Credit 0, car position. There was no name being set. I thought I fixed that. Let's go back into here. String name. It's got a string name. It's public. This is serializable because it's a scriptable object. It's done that way by default. Now, over when we're saving it, the name we set to default. If that's the case, why am I not seeing name show up in here? Unchanged. What do you mean unchanged? Is assigned, but its value is never used. That's true. Okay, it's assigned, so you agree that this is set. Do we have everything saved? What's the hotkey? So save all is Control-Shift-S. Okay, Control-Shift-S. Make sure everything is saved in there. Return to Unity. Any changes? Clear. Nothing right now. Clear. Let's try this one more time. Play. The name of the object should come in as default. Let's try to get one. Let's get a couple cubes that are saved. So I just need to knock something off of a truck to get that to happen. All right. Oh, convenient. Not convenient if I miss it. That's interesting. Okay. Where did the freight go? Oh, did that go? Oh, it got sucked in from all the way over here. Okay. Not what I meant. Good. Got another one. Okay. That cube has come to rest. So now if I stop, we should have one freight that is set to rest. We have no exceptions. Excellent. So inside here, name is still not in here. Capital name is not in here. And I have no idea why. It was showing up before. Anyway, so credits indicates that we have credits of 0. Okay, cube positions. It did store a cube position. So credits of 0 and no name. It doesn't even have the name field. Why not? Is name a reserved word from... Is name a reserved word from this? I'll bet that's the case. Save name. Let's put that one in there. Apply rename refactoring. Yes, and we're going to get rid of that because it's not needed. Okay, I can get rid of those because they're already used. Also, I wanted to get the locator service in here so I could stop having to look everything up based on this, because in-game header.credit manager.credit, that is not as effective. Okay, so now what have we got? Bake traffic, that stuff's all in there. It should have been building on this side already, so clear out this stuff. And now play. I should have a save name field. And I should have had 100 credit last time, I thought. Did that not get counted? Okay, we got one over here. There. Okay. I have knocked one off of this. Can I get another one? Right there. Arf. Just trying to knock this freight off. How do you even keep the freight on there right now? Maybe I just need to sit next to you. There, got one. Can I get the other one? Ah, I'm stuck in this area. Much better. Okay, so I got two freight out here now. Now that I got one that also marked off where it gets dropped off, which is right here, and enter. Okay, so we got the credit and we still have one item sitting over here. Let's rest on top of that. Enter. Oh, stop. Okay. Inside of here, what do we have for the JSON? It stored credits of 0. Credits of 0. So the credits are 0. Why is the credit 0? In there we have credits, save name. Up here we have the credits, save name. I wonder if this data is being reset. Okay, so this field, so this is happening during quit. When the quit happens, which in this case, this is happening from the play mode state changing. Now, does this happen? Are items being destroyed beforehand? Because if the save state gets destroyed beforehand or reset, then that would go back to 0 for the value. I think we're facing a runtime, an editor time issue. Okay, solution in this case would be to create a stop function, a way to stop the code. So first off, I want to do a search for this. Unity, C#, what is this? Create a stopping point. Oh, stop the game in editor. Stop the game in editor. I suppose I could also just make a button for this. Let's do that. I'll make a button. So I'm going to move that to the side. I don't need that. Now what do I need? Up here, this is in the save load system. We already have a runtime initialization method. So we have a static function. I don't have any menu options up here. I'm pretty sure I have a menu option though. So let's go back into the game for a second. Tutorial Vigilante traffic system, use traffic system, Control Shift B. So let's go find that. In the code, that's going to be in the traffic system. So traffic system. It's not in the traffic system, it's in the traffic system designer. Not up there. Okay. Yeah. So designer traffic data, no. Traffic system, truck traffic system, traffic designer. There we go. Now I need the function that it's trying to call. So over here, where do we go? No, no, no. Lots of no's. I need static data. Give me a static function. No, no. Was it on this one? Static. Okay, that's it right there. So we're just going to go create this over in traffic system, bake system, drop off system, not freight, save load system. There, save load system. All right, what have we got in here? So from save load, you have to run on start. I need to trigger a save game. Okay, we're going to do this one as Vigilante save game. Okay. Yeah, that works. And this one's going to be called save game menu click. Sure. And I need a closing on that one. So if this is called, do I have a static way to reach this? I should. So let's go save load system dot instance dot save create save game. Okay, yeah. Create save game. This one's going to be var save equals. And then the next one is that we try to write it. So public, not public, we go with save load system dot instance dot save. And inside of here, we pass in the save. Okay, so that creates that one. Now, I also want to save the JSON data that's in there too. So in both cases, we're calling the function to do this, so we store out all the information related to it. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. Now, let's go into the game. That should have a hot reload that it can't deal with because I changes applied, partial changes applied. No, just reload the whole thing. Ooh, what's this? Setting game car position twice, once with position, then once with rotation. Am I really? Thank you. I'll have to take a look at that. For right now, what was I doing? I got the hot reload. That means we should have Vigilante save game. Don't want to run it right now. I'm going to check that one first. Okay, so with the save game data, if I am executing that twice at the moment, I'm not too concerned with that. Okay, here we go. But I still want to get that out of there. Okay, those ones are knocked off. That one's knocked off. Good. And let's pick up one of those pieces. Head over to here. Enter. There. We got 100 credit. We have 2 cubes that are sitting stuck. All right. Now stop. Oh, no. Save. Vigilante. Save game. Okay, in the save game, it stored it, and then over here, save name, default. It gave me the correct information. It wasn't doing it before because I think it was a hot reload issue. Hot reload didn't actually reload the save function properly. That's why I kept seeing the old serialized data in it. Okay, now let's check the rest. Credits. Credits still showed up as 0 here. Why did credits show up as 0? When I saved, this has 100. Vigilante, save game. So we saved game, again, 0. 0 credits. That's not right. Okay, we're going to go into here and let's put... Okay, first off, we're getting the information from here. In-game header, credit manager, credit, 12. And this goes to get it from here, which comes from here. Which is getting it from property, but I never set the property to get it from the credit value. So internally, it's using the underscore credit. So this is just a typo. Get, and I don't need the whole thing to find out. I can just do this. Underscore credit. That's when my credit shows up as nothing. Let's see how hot reload does here. Does hot reload gather this? Get credit has been updated. Okay, let's try it. Vigilante, save game. Credit's 100. Excellent. Okay. Save name. It's got everything in here. What about the cubes? Do we have cubes? Yes, it is storing the cubes. Okay. So now you were saying setting game car position twice, once with position, then with rotation. Really? Okay. So that one is in game We're setting it twice. That's got to be in the load. Wait, no, no, no. We're not doing that. You're probably referring to the save point. Save system. And then over here, car. Absolutely. Thank you. And this one sets position. This one grabs the Euler angles, and that's it. Same thing over here. We set the position, we set the rotations, we grab the position, we grab the Euler rotation. Excellent. Thank you, Daniel. Save is working. Now I need to reload from that state. In fact, in this case, maybe I just turn that off. No, no, no. It should still run. It should, I'll let it save. I guess that would protect from crashes. So if it crashes, it would still make sure it saves. Or it might not save if you crash and if you're running for a while. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep that in there for now. It's the save operations that I want. And the additional one only happens during editor. That's just fine. So now I need the load function to happen from here. So we got the create save game. Now we need to load from that save game. So let's create a new method in here. The load system needs to trigger on start. In this case, we have access to the car. We have the player car. We have access to all the systems that we need. So we're going to need to start putting stuff back when we do this. Now, did I already have anything for a load function in here? No. Okay. Now, there is another thing with the load function. I guess for now, it's just for the start of the game. I don't need to worry about it actually deleting any of the existing cubes that are inside of there or reusing them. Okay. All right. But I do need to have this set up with all the load data in there. So this is an instance. I'm going to put an interface on here. No, I'm not going to set the interface. We can do that after. Instance.create save game. That's the quit. Now, what's the other function? We need to load game. Let's just load game. So static, I don't need static for this. Public void load. And this one needs to be the game state that it's doing. So load, and how do we save it? Do we save it by file name? Let's go back into Unity for a second. So in here, when we save it, what's the file name? File path is default.save. We save it based on the name. So in that case, string name. Now, yeah, I can update this later, but for right now, the string name, we ask for the name, that's the file name. And, oh, that's right, we can check by file names to get the names back out of this. All right, so public, no, in this case, we're going to load by file name. We already know which one it's going to be, so this one's going to be default. Equals default. Now, we should have a file name inside of here. That's this one. We have the load, which will return the save game, and then the reset game state. All right, well, to begin with, let's go copy this stuff. Control C. Get rid of this. I don't need all of those calls anymore, so I can get rid of this stuff, get rid of that. I know it's executing when I need it to at this point. What was that? Yeah. And I definitely don't want a lot of debug calls. Those things get expensive, especially on loops. I don't have it that way right now, though. Get rid of these debugs. Okay. Did I get everything? Yes. Maybe. Okay, so now in this one, it's creating this string. So we're going to path combine this, in this case, with name. So let's get rid of this, delete, and we're going to say name plus dot save. Good. Next, in this case, we aren't getting the game here. We just need the path. So first off, we're going to do file.read all text, path, and we're going to say string JSON equals that. Control C. Okay, so we read all the contents from that path. Now we need the JSON utility. So let's say that reads it all. Now it's JSON utility dot from JSON, and this is going to go into a save game. We're going to return a save game. Now we don't need to return it. We just need to apply it right now. But we get the save game from here, and that's going to be from JSON. What was that? Nothing new. Okay. JSON utility from JSON, save game JSON. Okay. Write all text. That's no longer the case. That's the old one. So now we have the JSON object back. So now we need to start resetting the game state. So inside of here, we're going to say car dot, was it player car? Player car. This dot player car dot body dot enabled dot set active. Wait, how do I want to clear any velocity that's on here. Okay, so let's just bring up body dot velocity. So angular velocity equals vector 3.0. This dot player car dot rigid body. No, body. Does this actually work? All right, rigid body dot velocity, linear velocity equals vector. All right, we're setting that to no velocity. This dot player car dot transform dot position equals, and this is going to be game. Is it game? Oh, I haven't set it. Var game equals game dot car position, setting the position, yes. This dot player car dot transform dot rotation equals quaternion dot Euler, and that one needs the game dot car rotation. Okay, so now that we got this information coming in, what was the rest of it? Oh, it's right over here. Credits, I need to set credits. So this dot player car dot credits. I suppose to test and validate this, I do need to be able to clear and wipe out the data before it reaches here. One of the other problems with this is questioning whether or not I need to save the state of all the traffic that's around you, all the trucks that were around you, because you save it and you've got trucks. You've got a couple trucks right there. That's going to stand out in your memory because the trucks are where you get the freights from. But then if you restart your game and those are gone, you know what, that's not that important. I've played games where that was the case. And I even took advantage of that to just stop the game, restart it a couple times just to see if I started with better information or better setup around me. Okay, so I'm going to keep that. I'm not going to worry about it. In this case, I still do need to reset all the cubes and all the cars that are out there. I can leave the cars. The trucks, I probably need to reset. No, no, no. Leave them for now. I'm not messing with them. I don't have a reset system for the trucks yet. Well, and same for the cars, but the cars technically don't need them. No, no, they will both need them. Both systems are supposed to set this up so that as I travel around, any car that goes beyond a certain distance from the player will automatically just disappear. They will be, well, set back into the pool, and then it won't even, no, it doesn't even make it to the pool. It just shows back up at a new point within my range. So it picks a random point within range of the car and puts the vehicle there. Transform dot rotation equals, no, 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 I've already got the rotation. So right now it is the cubes that I need to add. So freight. And how did I get to the freight? I believe I used freight system. Save loader. All right. That's what I'm using. I need to go for each one of the items that are going to be inside of here. So for each, no, I can't do a for each. For int I equals 0 to, in this one, it is going to be game dot cube positions dot count. All right, so now for each one of these, the way the data is saved, I have position and rotation being saved for every single one of these, and it's two separate arrays. I'm going to trust that the data has been saved correctly, and therefore, when I say that there's this many positions, there will be that many rotations as well. If there is not, then the data from the save game is corrupt. All right. Int I equals not what I needed. Okay, so now what was this? This was freight system dot save loader dot add stock freight. Now it's going to want the position and the rotation. So game dot cube positions I, comma, game dot cube rotations I. Now, that's still just using vector 3s, right? Vector 3 on both sides, yes. Okay, cube position. Oh, let's double check that I actually have that function, that I didn't do a rotation mess up on there. We add stuck freight. Now let's go to one implementation. Thank you. Vector 3 rotation, we get it from the Euler rotation. Perfect. Okay, so all right, for now, to make sure that I can actually test this, I do need to turn off the autosave. So autosave will be turned off. Where is that? Awake, instance, load, save, quit. Nothing should be registering these events right now. Okay, so those ones are not initialized. Quit will not execute unless I am calling it from, yeah, I don't call this function anymore. And I don't have application quitting called quit anymore. The only way that this loads is from the function, this one, save menu click, save game menu click. Perfect. Now, last one, what was I doing over here? So we've got this one, we've got the position. I need, in this case, the money. I need the name. Name doesn't matter. I don't care about that one. Technically, I guess I'd want to be able to save and load to the exact same thing, but I'm not dealing with that yet. I just want one file to work, the default one. but I do need the credit to be set. So that one is in-game header dot credit manager dot add credit. At this point, it should technically be nothing. Um, so let's actually put a function in there to clear the credit. F12. And just set it. Void set credit int credit equals 0. So it's got a default. It just clears it. Now that's not happy because it doesn't exist. We implement the missing item, and we are going to say underscore credit equals credit, and then refresh UI. Good, that's in there. Now save load system, and the add credit is not what we're calling, it is set credit. And the credit is going to be game.credits. This should put the game back into its original state. Freight, I do need to clear the freight. Let's clear out any existing freight that's inside of there. All right, so I can't do that yet. We added the stuck freight. I have to do that. I have to remove it beforehand. So let's do it. Remove any existing freight that is public, not public, freight system dot save loader dot get all. And in this case, we're going to call a destroy on the existing ones that are there. Oh, that's doing a for each. I can't destroy the objects. I can't change the state of that request in there. So in this case, what was the other item that I had? Public, not in-game header, that's freight system dot. I'm just going to put in a function that wipes stuff out. Let's do that. Freight system, and now inside of here, we just need one that clears everything. Freight save load, and then we're going to have void clear freight. And that's at it. Okay, now when we're removing stuff, okay, we're just going to set these objects back to their original state. So that's remove. Now, do we have one that we initially set stuff with? I guess we'll just be using remove. What count do I put on there? Do I set a count? No, I'll just reset the two objects. I need to destroy all the objects that are inside of there? Yes, for now that's the case. All right, so inside of here, oh, what's going on? I like to limit saving to some defined checkpoint where others are. Yeah, sorry, Daniel. I don't have any ding notifications or whatever go on when things are. If anyone posts a message. Okay, so I like to limit saving to some defined checkpoint where other things like NPC cars are no longer important. If you have some sort of home base, that is something that I am planning on putting in. Let me get into here where the notes go. So scrolling down, no, scrolling up in this case, mechanics. So the mechanics are basically the save restore point. So that's the point where I'm going to be saving. You go into the mechanic, you enter a pause screen basically. Now at that point, I hadn't considered the idea of whether or not I lose anything that's in it. I mean, if I care about saving the state of things around me, because effectively it is a pause state. So there could still be like a truck or something sitting right next to me. I could also set it so that the screen, the background environment around me just disappears then, that it's all covered by that, at which point, if you come back out of it, it is entirely reasonable that you've lost all that stuff. Okay. Now, assume that the existing NPC trucks are no longer important and could be regenerated as you leave. In this base, you can save without caring about the trucks. Yeah, the only reason I care about the trucks is because they carry the money we're trying to collect inside of the game. We try to knock the freight off of them and then recollect it. So to a certain degree, hmm, I don't know. For now, I'm just going to leave them alone. They will automatically reset. Oh, I suppose when you go to a freight system, I could just make that to a mechanic. That could be the standard. When you come out of a mechanic, it automatically reloads the state of the game. So that way, it when it reloads the state of the game, that'll include the mechanic settings. So if you are upgrading your speed, your gravity force, whatever it is that you're going to change on this, you come back out of that, and it's like you just spent time at the mechanics. So of course the world changed. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, that gives me something good to use, or good to set up with the mechanic. The mechanic is basically an automatic save load point. We save when we get in there, we save when we make changes, and then we load. Now, the cubes are still important. Those have to stay in the game. All right, but we are working on save load profile. I gave myself 4 hours to finish it. I did 4 hour, no, I did about 1 hour of it before this chat. And I don't have anything that tells me how long I've been. Oh, 41 minutes. Okay. There's a good chance I might have this all done under 2 hours, where I estimated 4. Yay. Another thing on this is that I'm not too concerned with the quality of it at this point in time. It's more about get the thing done. I'll polish it as I go for the things that are bothering me the most, and I might choose to make more corrections before I push it out, but I want to get something out there. All right, what do we got? Yields return freight. We return it, we add stuck freight. Clear system, that's what we're working on. So in this one, we want to remove all the freight that we have. So for I, upper is going to be -1, is greater than -1. This is going to be minus minus. And I might as well have just written this out to begin with. This one is going to be used. Not used. This is freight. Freight.count. All right, so if we'll say var freight equals freight I, if freight equals null, does not equal null, whatever, equals null, continue. It's kind of interesting when you think about continue and break statements, that those are effectively go-to statements. That's exactly what they are. They are go-to statements. And when the code gets compiled down, there are go-to statements that go into the assembly to deal with where it goes to another spot. But at the same time, almost all C# developers are like, if they see a go-to statement, they're immediately like, oh, this is bad code. It's like, no, it mirrors the assembly, and a heck of a lot better. And if you're doing more low-level stuff, then it, in my opinion, I think it makes a lot of sense to use those. But anyway, so yeah, continue, skips that one, goes on to the next one of these. So freight, if freight equals null, then we're not going to do anything. Otherwise, we're going to say destroy freight. I don't have a pool system in here yet. Yeah, I don't have a pool system for this. I probably should put one in here. Oh, that's right. The freight system, I'm not going to put a pool system in for it. Freight system is the perfect candidate for putting in batch drawing, where I just have, I forgot the call, but the graphics one that I did a couple videos on to be able to get higher performance out of the stuff. I'll basically put my own physics on it just for the cubes. All right, now destroy freight. That destroys the freight. That's all that I needed to do there. Once all of those have been called out, then I'm going to say freight equals new. Did it really need to put all that stuff in there? Just new. Thank you. And the other one is used equals new. There. That resets the entire freight system. Let's double check that I actually have all the data inside of here. So it's these two items. Oh, positions as well needs to be cleared out of there. So here we're going to say positions dot clear. Aha! Oh, why am I setting them to new? Dot clear. Clear is so much more performant. So basically, all these objects are going to get reset and refilled again. So why set them to a new memory object where it creates a new spot in the heap, and then the list automatically has to keep constructing new locations in the heap as it expands, and has to rewrite and copy over the structure into a double-sized array. When we can just clear the data, which means it keeps the copy that's already there. There. Did I get everything? Prefab, this one, we got the save system. It's just those lists that I needed to clear. No other data is getting stuck in here. Good. Now clear freight. Let's actually go use this. Find one usage of this one. All right, now we need the load function. Where is that? Not that one. Oh, yeah, up here. I needed to clear this out beforehand. So this is the load, and we're going to say freight system dot save loader dot clear freight. That should clear out and wipe out the existing freight. We set the existing position. We put the freight back into here based on what's stored in the save state. We reset the car's position and velocity. We the name doesn't matter. We can ignore that one. Okay. So now I just want a function that calls it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right. So inside of here we have save game. Let's create the same one for load game. Load game, and this one is load game menu click. All right, so now to begin with, what do we have? We have the save. We get that from the create instance. No, we just call load. What? Get rid of the highlights. Thank you. This dot, oh, we are in static. So in that case, I need save load system dot instance. Why do I need to do that? Oh, yeah. That's correct. That's off of this one. Save load system dot instance dot which one am I trying to call? Load. Okay, and now it wants the name, which I'll just put default in. I can leave it empty for now. That's effectively how I'm calling it. Okay, so what do we got? Load game menu click. We load the save game in there, and this is the first time I'm trying to wipe out the data in the game as well. Well, what have we got going on here? Oh, it's complaining the code's not. Partially applied. Yeah, okay, so stop. Oh, yeah, and we got state already saved to it. And are you doing a full one? I'm just going to let it do a full one right now. I'll have it recompile completely. I need to start getting some plugins for streaming. Wait, why is that still showing up as upcoming? Oh yeah, there it is, live. Awesome. So now let's play. It shouldn't load by default. It's not set to do that on its own, which won't matter anyway. I'm putting in a start. I'm planning on putting in a start menu where you can create and choose the profile that you want. Okay, we got that stuff. Now let's see if I can load it back in. Vigilante, load game. It was unhappy with something. Index was out of range. Freight, clear freight is supposed to wipe out the freight. Index is out of range. How is the index out of range when we literally got this from the count right before it? Hold on. Let's double check that code. I just got run over by a truck. All right, where is this one? Double check freight system 144. Freight system 144. Oh, -1. -1. I was out of range. That one will probably be fine with a hot reload, and it just fixed that. Okay, let's try this again. Vigilante, load game. Might have clear. Try it once more. Vigilante, load game. Cannot deserialize JSON to new instance of save game. Great. All right, well, before I try loading this stuff, then let's try to take this data and make sure it's okay. Okay, so inside of this one, we try to load the data. Let's go into here, F12, and I want to, okay, so load. So there we get the JSON. Now I'm going to do debug.log, and this is going to be JSON. All right, clear. So now let's go back to Vigilante load game. All right, it loaded it, and then it complained that it couldn't use it to create a new instance of save game. Why not? We have save name, we have default. Okay, I want argument exception cannot deserialize JSON to a new instances of save game. No, I just want the beginning argument. All right, now I want to search this one and see if that comes up with a common complaint. Scriptable object, Unity space, there. Unity deserialize scriptable object. I still am human. JSON utility from that catalog